Hello again, everyone. Marcus here. I review stuff. Today, you're going to see me review a song that I recently listened to on one of my Twitch streams. Twitch streams are a lot of fun. If you've never checked them out, you should definitely consider checking it out and follow me on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Ewok to remember. Anyway, hope you enjoy the song. This next one, July Talk. I've been wanting to hear more from July Talk. Unfortunately, didn't have a chance to go see them back in December. December just ended up being pretty busy for me. But definitely, I feel like I missed out. I'm like, man, I wish I could have gone and seen July Talk. But regardless, I've been wanting to hear more from them. So this is a request, Certain Father, July Talk. Really excited for this one. Not much to be said other than I've really enjoyed what I've heard from them so far. I think it started with Push and Pull, which I still enjoy. I still listen to on a pretty regular basis. Songs like I Am Water are also really good. Guns and Ammunition. So yeah, just heard a good handful of songs from them so far and really enjoyed what I've heard. So I'm sure this one will be no different. Let's jump into it. Certain Father, July Talk. And yeah, this one's pretty recent, October 5th, 2022. Let's do it. Wow. Not expecting this at all.
I can see it in her face, a hit and run. Under an ocean sun, she thought I knew he was not the only one. A purest mind in judgment's a funny thing. Don't need to try when the ice gets thin. I just sign, hold it in. Said she wanted all or something. Overlooked, he feels forgotten. Up the river, screaming profane. He said, certain father. Feel the stillness dying. River, current, lying. Screaming, coward. Was a hit and run. Can't take his place. He's a setting sun. Under the gun, he'll try to prove he's not the lonely one. Father shows his teeth when he's on the run. Don't need to lie when you just pretend it was never your intent. Sinking deeper than a creature. Hollow trophy, antique creature. Squirming, falling, you can hear it whispering. Closer, certain father. Stillness, dying. River, current, lying. Screaming, coward. Was it hit and run? As I try. Was it hit and run? As I try. Sacrifice. You can hear it. Compromise. Quiet naked. Time begins. When the water wins. I can't hold you in. He's a setting sun. You're not the only one.
Wow. I really enjoyed that. And I was not expecting it to have that sort of electronic vibe to it. They really, I think, pulled that off really well. Not sure what to call that sort of music. Electronic is the only thing that comes to mind, and I feel like it's very vague. But that style was really enjoyable. So I dug this one a whole lot. It was fast paced. It was fun. It just, man, it hit all the notes. That was so good. I loved it. So let's break it down piece by piece like we always do, starting with those lyrics. All right, so I could see it in her face, a hit and run under the ocean. She thought I knew he was not the only one. A purist mind in judgment is a funny thing. Don't need to try when the ice gets thin. I just sigh and hold it in. Said she wanted all of something you can, overlooked, he feels forgotten, hear it, up the river, screaming profane, he says, closer, certain, father. And I wonder what any of this means, because I have no idea. But things like, seeing a few words like, purist and father and stuff like that. I know judgment, I'm wondering if it has something to do with religion, potentially, but I'm not too sure yet. Feel the stillness, dying, river, current, lying, screaming, coward. It was a hit and run. Can't take this place. He's a setting sun under the gun. He'll try to prove he is not the lonely one. Father shows his teeth when he's on the run. Don't need to lie when you just pretend it was never your intent. Sinking deeper, manic creature you can, a hollow trope, an empty preacher. Again, you get some religious iconography. Hear it, squirming, falling, you can hear it whisper. Closer, certain, father. Feel the stillness, dying, river current lying, screaming coward. It was a hit and run. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Not too sure what it's about. I'm thinking it has something to do with religion, or maybe a religious figure who sort of twists words, twists meaning, that kind of thing. As I try to compromise, you can hear it, compromise, closer, closer, certain, crying naked, closer, certain, father, begin to closer, certain, father, to let the water win, closer, certain, father, because I can't hold you in. He's a setting sun, and you're not the only one. Yeah, no idea, but my guess is like a grifter, right? Like a preacher who is maybe in it for the money or is very shady. But that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from it. So, yeah, I'm not too sure, but I think at least lyrically it was at least super, super interesting. So for that, I'm going to give it a thumb up. Lyrically, as far as instrumentation and vocals go, I always forget the guy's name, but I guess their main vocalist, I really enjoy his voice. It's like a deeper, he's got a deeper voice. Ian, I want to say, Ian Doherty? Or is it Peter? I think Peter is the one I'm thinking about. Regardless, I really I'm not talking to you, Siri. Really enjoy his vocal style, and then the female vocalist, and again I forget her name, Leah maybe. Really enjoy what she brings as well. Although she wasn't as prominent in this one as maybe I would have liked, but still sounded great. And then they got this guy Spencer Krug, who apparently I think one of you said is from Wolf something. I forgot the name of Wolf Parade maybe. But yeah, I think Wolf Parade, yeah. I think he brought like a nice layer to it too, because I'm used to the dynamic of Peter, I want to say, and Leah, and then kind of bringing him in. I'm assuming he sang additional vocals. I am just making a general assumption here, but I think that added a nice bit to the song as well. And then the keyboarding throughout, it looks like Spencer Krug, when I kind of hover over his name, he's a prolific. Spencer Krug has been a member of many musical groups. He's currently the keyboardist and co-lead vocalist of Wolf Parade. So I'm guessing that sort of electronic keyboard was his doing. And so, yeah, it sounds fantastic. I think that those electric vibes. Oh, okay, interesting. So I didn't see this at first. Via Instagram note from Peter, certain father first appeared 4 years ago upstairs on the Wurlitzer. The words came at me quick, and it took me a while to realize that I was writing about being a man and what that experience felt like. Sometimes it feels like we're all standing in a parking lot soaked to the bone in a raging thunderstorm, trying to claim it's not raining. The obvious issues with patriarchy repeat and repeat in front of our eyes, and we continue to ignore and refute their existence. When we do acknowledge the problems and see marginal progress, we are forced to watch their reaction as the most troubled among us lash out in violence and hatred, regressing and recoiling again and again. And yet the strangest part is that when I think about my fondest memories with my father, with his father, with my best friends, it's the tender moments I revere most. It's the common ground, the vulnerability. That's the fucking superpower. Seems we're more connected by that tenderness than anything else. With this song, I want a new male identity, one of love and tenderness. I want it to be classy, based on respect and raw feeling. clear the table and set it right. We owe it to our sisters and mothers to take that on every morning. We also owe it to ourselves to find a newness that feels honest to us. So that really recontextualizes the lyrics, I feel like, for me. Instead of, again, being about religion, it's about being kind of the father that you need, right? Like, essentially wanting to have more of those tender and sweet moments and not just, I guess, sort of a hit and run, right? So anyway, it doesn't change my score. I still give it a thumb up lyrically. Instrumentally, vocally, this one was a lot of fun. Fast-paced, energetic, had like just all the right stuff. I think the keyboarding to give it that electronic feel, I think just really, really worked for me. I'm giving it 2 big thumbs up. As far as replay value goes, this one easily makes the playlist. I've got to say, I've heard a lot of good July Talk songs, but this one might be my new favorite for the time being. I've only heard it once. Gonna have to hear it again, but man, this might be my new favorite. So 2 big thumbs up from me on this one for replay value. Overall, a fantastic song and another fantastic request. Thank you so much for your request. Let's keep it going. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. As always, if you enjoyed the music as much as I did, go support the artists. Go listen to their music wherever you can. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can just do all the normal stuff you do on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and comment. You can even check the description to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, or TikTok. All right, guys. Again, hope you enjoyed the video, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.